Hello everyone, Marina and Najm are going to speak to you or with you also about, you won't believe, freedom. So we made a list of 15 definitions of freedom, and our idea is to show it, well, very deeply what really freedom means and how you can become free. So I will start first. Freedom is to be responsible for how you feel. So you see, in fact, in life, so many times we blame others for not feeling good, like for not achieving any goals or for not being satisfied with something. And in fact, when you take responsibility for how you feel, you have nobody to blame for. You don't need to look for something or you see, for somebody to complete you. So you are good on your own, and this opens your mind, you see, your personality.
Freedom is also detachment. So I believe that the idea of being detached to anything in life gives you opportunity to embrace freedom, to feel it, and to live hand in hand with freedom, and also to be able to detach from anything. Let's say your past, something that brings you pain, or something that gives you stress. To be able to get rid of it or detached. This is exactly when freedom is born and how you feel free.
Yes, Najm, I would add that I am all at my best when I am detached again. You see, when I don't, or when I don't expect, or people don't expect anything from me, and I don't expect anything, see, from them, then I'm just still and quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah? Okay, freedom is an opportunity to choose for yourself. You see, it's choice. When you have this, I would say, richness to choose the restaurant you go, to choose the dress or the clothes you want to wear, to choose where you go,
have dinner or anything.
Have dinner. Yes, this gives me that freedom that I am not suppressed, you see, in something.
And it's needed sometimes.
And it becomes needy.
Yeah, sometimes it's really needed. So freedom is to say what you think without being judged. So I believe this is a very important point, because in our nowadays world, people are really afraid of being judged. With the technology, with the lack of human interactions, people are not really communicating as often as they used to do. So the confrontation sometimes is a hard step. So to be able to say whatever it is that you are thinking and believe in, it's becoming more hard and hard for people, especially young generation. So I believe that freedom is really key here. When you feel that you are free, when you just think of it and analyze it, the idea of freedom, that you are free to say whatever it is and be confident of what your ideas are, and be open to learn, be open to get improved, and be open to criticism, because criticism and judgment are completely different.
Feedback.
So yeah, all right, yeah, feedback, yeah.
And I think the worst thing, what can happen when you constantly, you see, filter what you say, it's that somehow you start living somebody else's projection. It's not you anymore. Exactly. And it takes so much time in your mind, you see, to repurpose or to rephrase. So it's much easier when you express what you say. Okay. Freedom is to pursue your vision in public. This is not every person, like not every company, and even not every country has a vision. So having a vision, it's already a very powerful tool to know where you are going and how you see the world, and to embark, ça c'est en français, embarquer. Yes, on this journey, you see, it takes a lot of confidence in yourself, that and you start believing that you are not trapped in the life you live. Everything could be improved. People get improved, processes get improved, and your life can be improved.
Exactly. I agree. Also here we got freedom is to be yourself no matter of circumstances and the people that you are surrounded by. I believe the point here is that to project yourself into different circumstances, to see how you are going to act and how you are going to interact. When I was reading the point, I couldn't help but notice the idea that you shared earlier about being yourself in different types of let's say
interactions.
Exactly. Let's say with your family, with your partners at work, with your friends, and the link of this idea and freedom is that to believe in yourself and to believe in your ideas, that you can be yourself and express your convictions that can be seen from whoever, and to be confident in your decisions. So the circumstances are important because you're not always comfortable. You're not always in your comfort zone. So when you are out of your comfort zone, here comes freedom. To gives you confidence. To gives you
to show up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
To show up. Yeah. To show up and express whatever that it needed to be expressed into the hard circumstances.
Yes, and I would say, Najm, that we are used to think that we play so many roles. People play. In fact, we play just one role, to be a human, and many parts of it. I'm human in my family, with my family, at work, when I speak with government, when I speak with partners, I'm the same person.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Freedom is to make for a living with what you love to do. So when a person enjoys this richness, I would say, he doesn't beat himself anymore, you see, for going to work, or you see, for not accomplishing something. Because whenever you learn, sometimes even if you don't love the job, but there is an opportunity to find or to reestablish this connection with these jobs, it's your work. You see, you have to do that. If you were not fortunate to choose what you love, you can still combine it somehow with your personal vision, and maybe to find a company that shares the same values, the same goals, even on a broader spectrum. So crucially important to love what you do, or if you are not fortunate to love what you do, then you learn to love.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
To learn what you do is to embrace the process of what you're doing, and to embrace also the results of your effort at the end.
Okay. Maybe what other issues? Freedom is to
practice any domain you wish. So domain here is expressed as let's say a field of work you do, and also can be seen as a hobby or as a pastime, sport, or whatever it may be, that gives you comfort, that gives you that pushes you forward. So for me, for example, my big hobby in life is music. I do 1 hour playing guitar a day, and it brings me joy. Whenever I play music, whenever I learn something new, it really gives me hope that life can be better. So
yes. Creativity is a source of energy, yes, and good feelings.
Exactly, yeah. So
for girls, I would say that sometimes in some societies they impose on you. I see that girls are not really used to work in a construction or in mining. I see, or to go to space. In fact,
it is a limit.
There is no limitation.
Exactly, yeah. So freedom is all about sky is the limit. Everybody can reach anything if they believe in themselves, and if they really embrace freedom and be in touch with it, and be hand in hand with it.
Good. freedom is to take part in decision-making process, or you see, to have this chance to manage something jointly. I will give a good example that too often we consider employees as just employees. In fact, it limits their opportunities, and they see themselves detached again from what they're doing. And how you can include them, just show them that their ideas, their suggestions are very much, yes, valuable, matter. So for them, it will give them responsibility for what they're saying. Then it should be implemented, it should be delivered. You see, and this is how you again open them, make them free
and establish
and
trust
healthy.
as well.
Establish trust. Good. Mm-hmm.
Freedom is to be allowed to express how you feel, and
at work and maybe in life.
both. Okay.
Okay.
So expressing how you feel is really important, because at some point there is like a limit of us doing something. Let's say, for example, someone is working really hard and to reach deadlines, as you said earlier, and this person needs to take rest or take a break, or whatever it may be. So if we are not free enough or brave enough to ask that from our colleagues or whatever, this could lead to a lot of consequences. You know, anxiety, stress, overthinking, all these things that couldn't be really an advantage of a person. Freedom is key here, because when we need something, we should be able to express it. We should feel that we are allowed to express how we are feeling. Combined life and work as well.
Yeah, I think this is where a healthy working environment starts. When you don't suppress yourself, but you express how you feel. And again, that here you become human. Freedom is also when you are not tied to some kind of stereotypes. Let's say parents or your colleagues or your teachers, they tell you, no, this is how you should live your life. This is how you should act. And of course you listen to them, but what the next step I would suggest to do is to process it through you. If it does work for you, you do achieve more, you raise higher in your career, you become more productive, you build good relations with people, then this is a good sign that it works.
Right.
So don't just believe, don't just assume, because there is an elder person whom we do respect, but you see things change, and
generations are different.
yes, and we are smarter and smarter. Our children are always smarter than parents by definition.
Right.
It should be like that.
Freedom is to build and rebuild yourself from scratch as many times as needed. I truly believe in this point, because I experience it myself. So in crucial times, in really challenging times, I thought that the world is ending, and I thought that I couldn't do what I do anymore. And the person I partner with, my business partner, or let's say my mentor, is always telling me that you're okay. Like it's not, the world is not ending. You're just passing through a hard time, and you will get through it. So now the idea is to believe that it will be better, and you will rebuild yourself, and you will give yourself a chance to learn what you should learn from your mistakes, or from the failure that you felt. So to be able to rebuild yourself from scratch after you failed, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of confidence, and also freedom, because many people, when they got rejected, and when they fail and whatever it may be, it takes a lot of time to rebuild themselves. But if the concept of freedom comes at place at first, it shouldn't be that complicated to understand that life is like that. It's always failure and success and failure and success, and we should be able to embrace both of them and accept both of them.
Yes, Najm.
Yeah.
I think that Marina at 20 years old and Marina that is now is a better version of that Marina 20 years ago, let's say.
Same.
This is a progress because we change our views just depending on the experience we lived. We do become wiser. So, and from that wisdom, our opinions change, our visions change, our intentions can change, but again, in a better way.
True.
Okay, freedom is not to have fears. A good example of, you see, having fears, because fears made us stuck. You see, we are like becoming paralyzed and cannot pursue our next step. A good example of fears at work, we always, well, not always, but we can have this fear to ask for help. You see, and asking for help is just a sign that a person is taking a proactive approach to respect a deadline, not to fail the project, to share what he learned already, and to still deliver the project on time. So he is asking for help, and it should be rewarded. This is a healthy sign. A sign of a healthy working environment.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom is to be in good terms with ourselves. So here comes an idea that is really common in nowadays world, that people are really severe with themselves in terms of achievement. So when someone is really used to success, especially young generation, when they face hard time or failure, they are really harsh on themselves, and they couldn't accept that from failure we learn. But freedom here means that to be in good terms with ourselves is that to give ourselves a chance, a second chance, or a new
as many chances as needed.
yeah, exactly, as many as needed, right? Because we couldn't be perfect. Life is a process. It's a learning process, and it's like steps, you know. So the mentality that we could make or break, there is a lot of gray area between them. That's the area that freedom comes in.
Very good. Yes, there are no just bad or good people. We are all in between,
Right.
and it just, you have to be conscious enough to understand the consequences and stop inside. Yes, I would add the last point. Freedom is to speak up from your mind. And we chose this definition as the last one because you see, after practicing or really expressing all those different ways to be free, I think the final step is to voice, you see, your mind. Not many people are that courageous or courageous enough to bring life into work, to show that we are all human. This is a fading theory to divide in between life and work, or speaking about work and life balance. No, you see, we are one person, we are a human, and we are pursuing all those parts within the same role. And when I have a voice, it means that I'm speaking up from my heart. I understand the principles, I understand the life, and I believe in myself and in people around me that we will change this life for better.
Yeah, right. Also, I'd like to add that it comes out from passion as well. So someone is passionate is someone that takes the time and takes the energy and whatever is needed to deliver a true message, like because this person cares.
Yes, Najm, and in those cases it resonates. When a person speaks from his heart and from his mind at the same time, we feel it.
Right.
We believe it. You see, immediately. You cannot just cheat with that. So these were the 15 definitions of freedom, and please let us know if there is something we didn't speak about, we didn't cover. So what's your definition of freedom? Let us know. Thank you.